make me host.
You can still share
Again.
Shares without having.
possible.
Okay. You can share.
And then and again, instead of this, I'm using my mobile.
Oh, you can send the slide to me, then I will share.
Pandava, please make Kamalji co-host.
You can send to Tulsi ma'am so that madam will share.
Yeah.
And you can speak.
Kamalji, your co-host.
Sorry?
You are the co-host.
Okay. No, so many things are coming up here.
Morning, Sharad.
Some shit. Okay. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Is it okay now? Like, able to see?
Yes. Yes, sir. Visible. Very well prepared. Simply saying I didn't prepare anything. Anna,
Oh, yeah, I just prepared. Like last evening only because as Kirtana told, she's not able to join. Okay, so I thought, okay, so we just talking about the emotional health. For a long time we know about what is. Oh, first of all, good morning. Sorry.
Good morning.
So we are talking about emotional health. What is emotional health, and know how to deal and uh, how to find how to be aware of that, all those things. But today I thought, okay, let's find out now what are the various signs of a that you can identify that you have a lack of emotional intelligence. Okay, so there are few signs which we have which I try to identify, but there are many more probably from your own experience. You are able to tell me, or we can able to identify that what are those signs of lack of emotional intelligence. Okay, so we can start. Okay, so the first is the inability to control their emotions. Now, first of the sign. Okay, so do you know in person in your circle or relatives, who cry easily or get furious easily or no control over their anger? Do you have such people around you, or to whom you always say, calm down, don't get irritated, don't get angry, don't start crying. Do you have such kind of friends in your family or relatives or in circle? I'm audible. Hello.
Yes,
Hello?
it is.
Yes, sir, you are audible. Video is not
Okay.
visible. You are not
Video
visible,
is not,
but you are not visible.
video is not there.
Yeah, no.
Your video is not.
I don't know.
No.
I'm just managing everything on this mobile, so it's
No,
taking time.
when you have only one device, it's not possible when you're sharing to come on video, Kamalji.
Oh,
If you are having two devices, then you can come on video on one device and share the screen on the other device. Since you have joined from only one device, so you cannot come on video. You can only share.
okay. Sorry, I was not aware of that. But unfortunately, everything is on my mobile today. Then is it okay to me on offline?
Yes, perfectly all right.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so yes. So my question was like, do we have any person in the circle who is like they have any they have such kind of an ability to control their emotions? They are they easily cried or get furious easily or get irritated easily. I'm sure you must have some people.
Yeah, I think we
Yes or
can
no?
start with our family members only,
Yeah. So one of the sign of
including
for the yeah.
including ourselves.
Yes, including ourselves, if we're able to identify our own emotions. Okay. So first of the sign is for any person which is having a low emotional or low EI, people with low EI, they often react impulsively. All those anger, frustration, irritation. So they they come before any logic step in. So these kind of emotions come very easily to them. So you'll see around in your family also, in your workspace also. I remember a team meeting where some person asked a question to our boss, on his presentation. So instead of answering, he suddenly responded very uh, fairly that okay now uh, how you're interrupting me or shut down the conversation completely. Like instead of answering, you get irritated that somebody is questioning. Okay, so this is now one of the cue that that any low EA people can not able to control their emotions. So for any person, we have to for any emotional intelligence individual, they have to pause, they have to process the things what is going on, and then respond very thoughtfully, without under pressures. What answer they have to give. Okay. Any example in your around that the people lose their control, emotional control? Okay, I think it is
When
yes.
people are told to do certain things repeatedly and there was no response from them, especially children, parents tend to lose their cool, get angry. And this is one scenario I can look at.
But then that is if somebody is not listening repeatedly, then probably you lose the control. But every time for a small thing, people lose their control, get irritated, get furious easily. That is a sign of low EQ. But yes, if you're for the parent and children, like you're telling them repeatedly, initially you told very softly, 2-3 times softly, and then probably after that you raise your voice, then okay, because that point of time you think that's the only way to answer them or to tell them, then only they become serious. Then it's a thoughtful decision or thoughtful endings. But people with the low EQ, they can irritate it or angrily, suddenly, like within a second, they got caught by the anger. Okay. Second is, the low EQI people is clueless about their own feeling. So again, in your family or workspace, you come across as people who are, hardly care about their own feeling, or they're basically numb, or they struggle to identify their own emotions. Uh, for example, you you or somebody is you feel irritated all day, and you're blaming here and there. You're blaming your colleague, your workload, or traffic jam, or anything. But then you're not able to you're not able to recognize what is the cause of that anger. It may be some kind of deadline which you're missing, or some kind of thing which is not working for you, and you feel irritated all day, or you're clueless about your own feelings. So that is the other sign of uh, low EQI. So basically, low EQI individuals, they struggle to identify what they are feeling and why they are feeling so. Do you agree, or any other?
Yes, they will have a low esteem.
Yes. Did you go through this kind of feeling earlier, or every day, or you are aware of that, like when you go through this phase? Because once in a week, such kind of situation must happen, that we are get irritated, don't know what's happening to us, why we are anxious,
Yeah,
why
many
we are.
times. Correct. Many times you have gone through this. I have gone through this.
Normally, we experience this as road rage when we are traveling, when we are driving.
Mhm. Mhm.
If no one, everyone wants, or everyone is a hurry, and anything anyone does, either blocking their way or not giving the way to them,
Mhm.
leads to this kind of emotional response. People tend to take it very personally, and as though someone is doing something intentionally. And yeah, I think in office scenario, probably, I mean, I've not experienced that much where, yeah, we had one person, he was a finance CFO,
Mhm.
but he would always have a smile on his face, and it was very difficult to assess his emotions or mood.
Yeah, we
Even
come to that.
yeah, even when he was angry, he would have a smile on his face, but there would be a giveaway. He was a French national. His
Mhm.
face would become pink, and his ears and nose, and would start twitching.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is one experience I've had.
We come to that, where people show the different faces. But yes, no, we should be aware of that. And why it matters, because if you don't understand your own emotions, your own feelings, you cannot manage that, or you're not able to explain to others what you're going through. So you must, be aware of yours as well as from other people's feelings also. So that is one of the clue, which we see. Then this is their the inability to maintain friendship or relationship. So if your partner or your friends struggle to maintain any good relationship or friendship with co-workers, it's a sign that there's a low emotional intelligence. Because for any kind of relationship, it requires a lot of emotional things, those empathy, the sympathy, or love. Those kind of things are required for any kind of relationship. friendship. So any person who has a low EQ, they go through, you know, these kinds of challenges where their inability to manage their friendship relationship. Because what happened, because they struggle to maintain all those things, they're more likely to face those kind of social isolation, and their weak network or their weak social support, they get a like, means they lack the support they need, when they're facing any kind of stressful situation or anything where they require people, and because of this low guy, they are not able to maintain the relationship. So friends slowly distance themselves, because their conversation is always turned into an argument or just become one-sided only. So for the emotionally intelligent people, nurture uh, the relationship, friendship, by listening to the people, by apologizing, or the best way is to acceptance, adapting. Um, we can cope with that. So we know we can't change a person, but we can accept that. What is your experience with respect to the low EQI in the friendship or relationship? Tulsi ma'am?
Pardon, sir.
Something. What is your experience with respect to low EQ
Not on
in
family
any kind of
members.
friendship or relationship?
Yeah,
If
yes,
you have
sir.
a low EQ, what do you
Yeah,
think? What can be your friendships, relationship, or no? Your,
yeah, yeah. That's what, sir. When our closed ones in our close circles we face such people, then that will be an issue. Actually, somebody else somewhere in the we are not much bothered. But thing is that yes, yeah, we will accept them because maybe they are close to us or we don't have any other choice. But the same thing will not be there. We because we are close to them and we don't have choice, we'll accept them. But what about the same people behaving in same way in, with other people, maybe in organization or maybe in office space? Other people won't accept, so they will create problem, they will leave their job and they will do so many things. So that becomes
they
an issue.
distance themselves. Yeah, they
Yeah,
distance themselves from you.
yes, yes,
So
yes. Not
yeah,
only distance
again.
themselves. So suppose if you are working in some place
Mhm.
and you're creating you're creating you're throwing angers and you're throwing your weights and you're getting irritated. Some sensible people who are good at work, they don't want to be in that space. They just leave the job and go. And the
Mhm.
organization will suffer.
Correct.
See, in family, it's okay. Maybe we don't have choice, or we being Indians, we are strongly family bound. Whatever happens, we'll silently, whether it is wife or husband, we'll silently take it and we go ahead with it. But same thing won't happen now in a working place. They're not bothered. They're not wounded. They'll just leave the job and go, and the institution will suffer. That's a problem. Yes, sir.
Correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to share something.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
inability to maintain relationships, so that friendships or relationship, anything. The
Anything. Yeah.
emotional intelligence, EI, is different in different people. So once we start the friendship or any relationship, we are
Mhm.
understanding each other very well.
Mhm.
So once
Mhm.
something happening from one part, other person should understand the feelings and emotions of that person. Maybe the situations made him to do like that. So accepting the person is accepting and respecting the person is very important. And not only that, trust. If the trust is breaking,
Mhm.
then controlling the emotion is very difficult.
Mhm.
Madam, once in a while, everybody will accept it. Maybe because of situation, because stress. But that becomes the personality. They do it every day. That is their personality. If they small time, small issues, they will create a big thing. They will get irritated. They will create one big scene. That is their personality. See, once in a while, nobody is bothered. Everybody knows, okay, he's under stress or something has gone wrong. They're throwing anger. That's fine. But that is their nature. Then what will you do? That's the question.
Yes, a true relationship, they should understand the feelings. They may be anger because of the situations. It's okay.
Yeah,
May
madam, I'll tell you, see, situation, everybody will accept. Something has gone wrong, everybody will accept. But that is their basic nature. Their nature that they will always get irritated. They always shout at you. They always create some problem. That's called as in psychology. That's called emotional dysregulation. They don't have any control on their emotions, and they start throwing their emotional garbage everywhere. So that will affect whole family. That will affect whole organization. Once in a while, nobody is bothered. Everybody knows something goes wrong. Okay, they'll accept it once in a while. But that is basic nature is like that. Suppose some person is always smiling and happy. That's his basic nature. Similarly, some people they can't control their emotion. That is their life. That's the way
yeah,
they are there. Then
yeah.
becomes a issue.
So, okay, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But then we come across some people also, who are very good and very friendly with you. But then at the same time, you realize that no, it is with you only. But apart from you, he's your friend's relationship with others, or he is very limited, just one friend only, no other friends,
Yes,
no other relatives,
yes,
no other thing.
yeah,
So
yeah,
then also you can identify that no, that person is facing a low EQI because he just
yeah.
attached to you and not to other people. Okay, so this is one of the clue for a low
Every
EQI.
situation,
Yeah.
openness is very important. Also, attentive listening, the readiness to listen the person. Sometimes what happens is that because of not listening, also they have more emotions and feelings. Once it this what we can say, e- uh, not throw them,
Hmm.
disclose all the
Accept.
things. Accept, not accept, that word is different. Ventilate everything. So the readiness to listen that person, that is also very important in some relationship.
Yeah, yeah,
Some people,
obviously.
what they are doing is they are not ready to listen anything. They are
Hmm.
arguing that they are right, the other person is always wrong.
Wow.
It's not like
Ah,
that. Yeah, thank you, sir.
okay. Thank you, Tuzan. Thanks. So fourth is what Prasad was saying. They always have a poker face. You know about the poker face now? In card, we have a poker face. I hope you're aware of this poker face concept.
Silliness, not taking serious.
Not taking serious. No. Poker face means a very kind of neutral facial expression. Now, that can a mysterious face that reveals no hints on a person's thoughts or feelings.
Very difficult to read what's going on within the
We,
other person.
yes, the facial expression and their what's going inside is different. So, uh, so it is it is mainly associated with the lower emotional intelligence, where individuals may suppress their true feelings, to maintain composure to avoid conflict. So, and this kind of phase or this kind of behavior can lead to many kind of misunderstanding. As the said, it's very difficult to find out from his manager face that he's smiling, but somewhere his feeling is something different. So it always leads to kind of misunderstanding, no, in social interaction. So, so others may struggle to read the true emotion behind a poker face. So if you find a such person, who always has a poker face, that means it's a sign of a low emotional intelligence, low EQ. I'm sure, again, we must experience such people around us, you know, who show differently and actually they are feeling differently. Okay, they are emotionally intelligent, but are not. That part is not. They behave very sensitively. They are emotionally intelligent to a part. Um, what we say, how to, like, they behave very insensitively sometimes. So, um, It's very difficult for me to answer for this, but like sometimes they make a jokes in a very inappropriately time, appropriate inappropriate time. You see such people who are, if you go to some situation where it is not a time to joke, for example, if you go to some funeral or somewhere and they crack joke over there. So, you know, so that's it. That's a kind of emotionally intelligent in the show, but they're actually not. Or sometimes they are upsetting someone by saying something, but they're not able to recognize that. They're not able to realize that they're upsetting someone because they are not able to understand the other's emotions or how to behave in a social situation. So they pretend to be intelligent, but they are not. So a true intelligence, always have a kind of openness uh, on himself also. Then they cannot handle sadness. The low EQ people, they're not able to handle sadness. And when a person is not able to handle their emotion, the sadness, they're likely to have they are unable to react to another person's negative emotions. So, when they feel disappointed, they distract themselves, or they lash out instead of acknowledging their emotions. So they are not able to handle any kind of sadness. Whereas if a person is emotionally intelligent, they allow themselves to feel sadness and recover in a healthy way. Mm. Do you agree on that, or do you have any other views on this?
Yeah, in a
Do you know people around you who
social,
are not able to handle?
no, in a social situation, yeah, with friends, beyond the family, I think
Mhm.
amongst close friends, probably pulling each other's leg is common. And when someone is very, I don't know whether to call them having low EQ, but when it comes to being the target of everyone's, butt of jokes,
Mhm.
it doesn't really help, that person to express himself or herself. Uh, I think it is yeah, it is very easy. We do not know what they have gone through since childhood, what make them react the way they react, and
Mhm.
what makes them go to a shell.
So yeah, so
Again,
instead of
yeah, again, it is how do we make them feel comfortable? It's basically not everyone are brought up or have this experiences where they accommodate others and not take everything seriously.
Mhm.
However, certain experiences, uh, normally, let us take a scenario in school. Bullies always take up someone who's silent and someone who doesn't mingle with others.
these are
So there's an issue, emotional issue with both the bully as well as that other person who's timid. And yeah, such experiences, certain traumas which one would have gone through in the childhood can precipitate in a way as one becomes an adult. So many factors are there, and it's very difficult. How they mingle, how they behave in a social situation, how they communicate or don't communicate. All these things. So it is again whether we are interested in having them with us. So it is a social responsibility how we can make them feel comfortable, how to be sensitive about what they are sensitive about. Again, for everyone there's a limit. It's like a rubber band. If we keep stretching and it will break. Yeah, it will break. Yeah, and if someone says that they are not comfortable, with that particular thing, I think it becomes everyone else's responsibility to change the topic and not to put that person into more stress. So basically, something is there that they are unable to express themselves, that is hidden. So that inability to express, respond, I think that leads to these kind of either you become silent or you become aggressive and you blow it out. So both scenarios can happen. So
Yeah, but any high EQ person, if they go through this sadness, the resilience they have to come back to that part, they have that in it. But for a low EQ person, the low EQ often avoid or suppress the sadness instead of processing it or to come out of it. They keep it
basically bottle it up. Yeah.
So this happened. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your input. Then one of the signs is they are emotionally tone deaf. Emotionally deaf. So emotionally deaf means people with low EQ don't know the right thing to say. They may also fail to express or comprehend appropriate things or as per the correct timing. So for example, somebody is cracking a joke, or when your colleague or when your friend is you can clearly show that that person is upset, or he's discussing something very serious, personal news, or he's not in that mood, but at the same time you're cracking joke. So that means they are not able to. They miss those emotional cues that others person body, tone, language, or other things which give a clear definition that okay, something serious, but they're not able to recognize it, and that's why we call them. They are the EQ deaf people, because they are missed the emotional cues which other people are sending, and instead that they're cracking jokes or telling something else. So it matters because recognize those emotional signals is very essential for any kind of respectful relationship or communication. So we see people around us. Somebody is going through something else, and the other people who also is, we call it emotionally deaf. They come in, instead of understanding that person, is making their own story or cracking joke, or taking a conversation in other place. So with the low EQ people, we call it emotionally deaf people, because they're not able to understand the others, those emotional cues. Okay. And again, they cannot be sympathetic. Yes, we always show emotional people are empathetic, but the low EI or the low EQ individuals, struggle to acknowledge others' pain. Again, if somebody's sharing somebody's sharing about their family issue and other issue which he's going through, instead of suggesting them, they think, oh, everyone has problem, just deal with it, no other way. So instead of empathetic, they are not sympathetic to them, very blank. Any views on that? Sympathy or empathy in the emotional intelligence?
Empathy is being sensitive to what the other person is going through.
Empathy is like, yes,
And
correct. Sympathy.
And definitely, it is an important attribute in any relationship. Despite the person knowing that the other person is not comfortable or going through certain emotions, being insensitive doesn't really augur well for that relationship.
Correct. So we need to understand that we have to be sympathetic or empathetic with that person to understand what is going through actually. How can we help them instead of giving them the gyan that okay, just deal with it or not immediately. Okay, how much time is children? Okay. And then one of the major signs is no emotional volume control. Again, a person who lack of such kind of EQ, they come with unexpected emotional outbursts, kind of thing, overblown or uncontrollable. They react too loud or very too intense for any situation. Even for a small mistake, when they overacting very angrily or become very overly excited in any serious discussion. So most of the time we see sometimes in our children also. But yes, we come across such people who don't have a control on the volume control. No? They just outbursts. They start yelling. They start. They do all those dramas. So if you see those people around us, basically we come across these people who suddenly outburst in our close relationship only. Office rarely, but yes. So we need to identify that now, whether this person has a high EQ or a low EQ. Okay, agreed? Or any other? Any other views on this? Okay. Okay, this is also very common things, So they are not moved in watching emotional movies. So how many people, or especially ladies, we say that they feel emotional about when they see any kind of movies or serials or drama, and then they suddenly started crying by watching such kind of emotional movies. How many become emotional now? Do you come across these things?
I think most of the soap operas, Indian soap operas, are built around these emotions, especially with an intention of attracting the women. So, and yeah, that's how emotional
So,
dramas. They are basically emotional dramas. They will again. It's a typical plot there. There is someone who's very timid, and there are a lot of arrogant people around that person, and especially it is mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. I mean, I think if
it's very famous in India.
yeah,
Yes.
now what is that? Kabhi Saas Bhi Pi Bahu Thi, if that can run for so many years,
Uh,
it's an indication of how people can
they very easily get
be
attached to
influenced.
those.
Yeah,
Mm.
can be influenced.
Yes. So the high EQ people, they get very easy get touched by the sad or inspiring movie, and they get attached. They started crying, or they move away with those emotions which is showing in the movie or drama series. But the low EQ people, they feel disconnected from those emotional narratives. They feel nothing, or so they mock on those serials. Others for being so emotional and other things. So this can this can signal that difficulty to connect with the emotional with with other experiences. They're not able to connect with other people's experiences emotionally. Instead of then they start making fun of those emotions. So yes, so they are not move away with the emotion movies and those things, and then they trivialize the emotions. Trivialize means that making it very less important, make something which is very less. So the low EQ openly no, they're dismissing the emotion actually. It's not an important one, and they're saying, okay, it's not a big deal, or you're just overacting. When somebody expresses their feeling or something, no, they they come with their feelings or with their own story. They just make it a very very unimportant event. No, it's not a big deal. So so when we do such kind of thing, when we minimizing the emotion, that's obviously that damage the relationship or discourage any person for any kind of open communication. Agree?
Yes, when people are ridiculed or not taken seriously, that person goes silent. Not when they don't get
The proper feedback or the reward
yeah
response. So
when people
they close the communication. They shut down all the communication. The other people.
yeah
So we should be like if any person comes to us, we must acknowledge it. Give them the proper feedback or acknowledgement. And the last one is this is I think any people who just have a pet in their family, they can understand. They don't understand the family dog or the family pet. So, people with low EQ, they cannot recognize obviously the man's feeling and the mentioning they're not available, but they're not respond to their own pet emotions, you know, because when we have a pet in the home, they exhibit a very vibrant emotions, they get happier, they show us a happiness, sadness, fear, and we're able to recognize it. But our low EQ people are not able to recognize the pet emotions, no? Whether they is happy, whether it's fear, sad, he's not eating the food. So because we know that, no, no, Prasad sir had a cat, Tulsi ma'am has a dog, even I had a dog. So people who plays no, these these pets, they plays a very significant role in our family, in nurturing their emotional relationship. They teach us certain lessons about the empathetic, or they manage our stress. But then the low EQ people, they don't understand the feelings of pet or any animal. You might have heard news. Few people trouble dog or stray animals. They enjoy to make them trouble. Insensitive people, they make them harm. What they do, they don't do with the animal. So if you come across such people, it's a clearly indication that the people have very the low EQ. Agree?
Yeah.
Uh, so, sir, you're able to recognize your cat's feelings, like when
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
coming to you and rubbing you or making.
Yeah, basically, they express an unconditional love. If we are not sensitive to that, then yeah, definitely we lack that emotional quotient, emotional intelligence. In
Okay.
fact, there are many people who, because of a pet, their lives have changed. They, even people with low EQ, when they get a pet, they they become better at expressing themselves. Mm.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay. We're crossing time, so no. With this, I'm closing the webinar. So we need to understand that this EQ or emotion is not being about the emotion is not, but be aware of others feeling emotionally responsible, because this again, this is a skill which we have to learn. And and ask yourself every time you ask someone, do I recognize my emotions or others' emotions? Am I able to regulate my reactions or not? Or do I respond to other people very empathetically or correctly or not? So always ask and always in that mode, so that uh, we very well understand the people, and also very well understand all those signs with the low EQ people and try to understand them also. So with that, I'm ending my session. Thank you.
Thank you,
Kamal sir,
Kamalji.
could
Thank
you
you.
please show that 11th slide? Kamal sir?
Okay.
Comments of Kamal had.
No. Like they don't understand the family dog or those things.
Oh, that's nice. A nice presentation, sir. You have stated uh, their pattern, their personality, everything. But how to tackle them? What is the management part, sir? Can you just throw some
Sorry.
light on that? You have nicely described those kind of people with low emotional intelligence, but how to tackle them, how to manage them, how to go about the things. Can you just throw
No,
some light on that?
no, every people have some different way to handle, but that at least if we recognize now that people have a low EQ, um, um, it's as I said, no, it's difficult to handle all the people in the same in the same way. But yes, as for the situation, we need to handle them, try to understand, them, try to because for the emotionally things, there are certain emotionally sessions or things we need to identify for them. So that all depends on the situations, how we are uh, dealing with them. Yeah, yep. But yes, sir.
Well, as you have already mentioned, it's a problem is specific, number one. Number two is how much we really understand from there, this one. That is one thing. And when you want to handle something, it is also your own personality also. That also matters in what type of person you are. So that can, because what you expect, because you are always, what you like is what you are. So accordingly, you want to mold it. So that itself may not be very correct. So depending upon that one, that's why it becomes a very complex situation.
There's no
And
single
again, the
yardstick.
intention behind, then again, the intention behind that, is it you want to change the behavior, you want to change this one or handle that situation for good, or for your benefit or it is for the wrong. It all depends upon so many other internal things also based upon that.
Yeah. So there's
It's
not
a
a single aspect where we can
no single solution will
use.
work.
Yeah.
And even the solution which works for one situation, in the similar
Yeah.
situation, it will not work even with the same person.
That's also true, sir. Thing is that,
Yeah.
see, since we are close to them, whether we change ourselves or what happens, they accommodate them.
Yeah.
But in an institution, that doesn't go that way. We will not have any hold on the other person to say, okay, my spouse are more better off is like that, so you adjust. They
Yeah.
won't adjust.
That's why many times people say no that okay you have to put yourself in other shoe and then try to see. It means you have to go to that type of situations and other things and then try to analyze and then do it. So that's why these things are not that simple.
That's why
Yeah,
I say,
that's correct, sir.
we always say that we cannot change the people. We cannot change any of the people. Just either accept it, or
Yeah.
acceptance is the one way where we can deal that, this is the person we have and how to deal with it. The same is
Yeah.
with our spouse also, Sometimes we
It
can't
means you
change them, but
tune yourself. You also tune
yeah,
yourself to the situation and then take it in that spirit.
correct, correct.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, in better off we can manage like that, but the same better off in an organization, suppose in a working place, if they behave like that, see, we don't have choice, we tune ourselves. But other people, they don't tune. Other staff members, they won't tune. They're not bothered. They'll just leave the job and go. The institution will suffer.
Mhm.
Dr. Muraliji,
Yes, sir.
who
Yes, sir,
you are,
please. Yeah.
who you are, what is
Okay.
your purpose of the life? Because
Okay. Yeah.
whatever thing happen in your life,
Yes, sir.
you are the space, you are the
Okay.
creator. Your thoughts,
Okay.
your feelings, your
Yes.
emotions, your word,
Yes.
your speech,
Yes.
your action give the reality. First
Okay,
one
sir.
is
Okay.
you are always operating from the past. Even that inner child is sitting in you, that is
Yes, sir.
controlling your entire life.
Okay.
Because I am in that construction line, even you are
Yes,
dealing with that educated people also,
yes, sir.
and
Yes, sir.
handling the projects in the risky project in the riverbed. 5 foot the water is coming from there. I have to do the excavation at 30 foot double basement. We did that.
Oh.
First one is if you want to experience that, creating the team and teamwork in
Yes,
any
sir.
situation to produce the powerful results. Not only in the
Yes.
profession only, in many areas of life with ease and grace. For that,
Yes,
first
sir.
one is you should have that completion. Now your mind
Yeah.
is, even in that spiritual program, we already did that. Now
Yes,
you are
sir. Yes, sir.
talking about that mind. What is the
Yeah.
combination of the tools of the mind? Manas, Buddhi,
Yeah.
Chitta, and Ahankar.
Yes.
Ahankar means I'm not something the ego. That means I am good enough. It is your
Yeah.
self-esteem also. That is balancing, not in the low
Yes.
self-esteem, not in that proud. Between that, yourself is maintaining yourself also. Aham
Yeah.
Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi.
Yes,
So
sir.
what I want to complete is, first one is you should have the completion. Remove all the garbage, whatever the unworkability.
Yes,
Nothing,
sir.
you cannot keep anything empty, so that you fulfill your purpose of the life, your who I am, who others, and also what is the moonshot, what is the organization. So that is the leadership. It is not that political leader. It is leading the
Yeah.
people, creating the leader. For that, first one is the completion. Second one is how you are relating yourself and others also. Even any
Yeah.
situation, even that
Yeah.
place, people, things, everything is energy, frequency, vibration. How you relate. Then third one is what is the purpose, possibility you are creating. When you are creating the possibility picture, then what are the opportunity you are creating. Then
Yeah.
how much you are taking in the actions. Then definitely the setback. That definitely some, I won't say FAILURU, something, whatever thing is not happen. Now, how you bouncing back from the setback? So
Yeah.
These, because I experienced my 40 years construction line. My chairman MD told that they are having 1800 acres in the Delhi TDA city, and every day
Yeah.
they are coming. Even I will manage my Muradabad project also. That is in the riverbed. We did that mall. How he is going for weekly one day. The project is going thing, and here every day we are facing challenge because it is not happen one day. Because we
Yeah.
are once if you work for the system will work for you. For that, before empowering, enabling, motivating others, you have to do it your own self. It's not happened for me. When I did that, corrected, repaired, then at the end, that professionalism leadership will come. Okay, yeah. So am I
Yes.
communicated? These are all the things are that combination, completion, relatedness, and also how you are creating the possibility, purpose, and also even the training development is required. Training means you are not teaching, ask and listen, and creating the leadership.
Yeah.
That is the things. As a CEO, you should know everything, and you should not do anything. By proper delegation, proper training development, that's the way the companies are moving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Am I-
Anything and everything. Yeah. Anything and everything we can.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It,
Very nice, sir. Thank you so much. Very
it
nice.
is not for your survival. It is
Yeah.
actually elevating your soul level and also
Yeah.
managing your day-to-day things also. Material thing is also measurable. That is the
Yeah.
contribution. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah,
Very nice
thank you, sir.
explanation, sir. So all these things we can
Very deep.
work on ourselves. Can we work on
Hmm.
others and change them? That's the question.
Yeah. When you work for yourself, the people are your
Yeah.
reflection. Because in the
Okay, sir.
construction, the uneducated laborer will be there, chairman will
Yeah.
be there, all type of people there. How you are occurring to them. It is not what you think about yourself. How it is occurring to them.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes. So you mean to say even other people will change according to our own.
No, you
Our
cannot
own.
change. You cannot change yourself or others. You are always want to change. Change is always painful. Change is temporary. Change will come back. Instead of change, you complete, you create a new way. That is transformation. Transformation is creating the new possibility for yourself and others. That is being and causing in the new way. It's not the old way. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I will cause for myself. Can I cause for others also in that
Yes,
process?
definitely. That is you are the
Yes, sir.
space. You know what is space?
Please explain, sir, for them actually. Yeah.
Yes. For
Yeah.
example, because everything is space.
Yes.
Suppose if I am coming to your office and
Yeah.
when I was writing some paper, I want to throw it. Where I will throw it?
Dustbin. Yeah.
Where the dustbin will be there?
Underneath the table. It's mask.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. So the dustbin is the space. It is below
Yeah.
the table, and
Yes.
already the dustbin. What is in the inside the dustbin?
Dust only. Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing. It is the vessel. It is the very good vessel. In the evening, the sweeper come and take it and fully wash it. He kept it in there. In the morning,
Yes.
some flower person came. He was seeing
Yeah.
this new person. He taken that vessel and put it that all the flower and keep it before the Ganesh ji. And when I'm coming
Okay.
next day, if I
Yeah.
want to throw that any
Yes.
garbage,
Yeah.
will I go and throw it there in the vessel?
No. 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 No.
No. Why? Where is it?
Yes. It's in front of the garden. It's with the
And
flowers. Yeah.
also, what is in that vessel?
Flowers. Flowers. Yeah.
So you are the space. Where you are, what
Yes.
is in you. That is creating whatever thing happen. That is the way I simply mean your thoughts, your feelings, your emotion, your word, your speech, your action give the reality. Because
Yes.
even I was the main, one of my aim was I want to be the number one position in Tamil Nadu. 40 years I was in Delhi. I got an opportunity and one day the company collapsed and nobody know who is the director, who is the owner in Delhi, and everybody know me. I am the in charge. So they and I was having a very good relationship with them. And I got a call that don't come to today. We want to kidnap you. One contract and don't tell me I phoned you. Then I kept the phone. Another contractor called me, said, don't come to the project. Today we are going to kidnap you. All the 7 contractors we decided, there are no alternative. Once if you kidnap, then only your company will pay that amount, they will release you. And all the people they call also. Why?
Oh my God.
Why?
Yes,
Because from the
yeah,
starting, from the starting, I was having the relationship with them, not as the contractor, not as the boss. We are all the family like that.
Yes,
So
nice.
even I feel sorry for them because even the directors, everybody, they gone out. So even though they are having 7 lakh acres, everything, the owners, son, so that was the big story. But even still, I am there. So what I want to come in mean, you are what you think that you are.
Yes,
And anything happen, but it is starting with your own self. They are people are our mirror. People are our mirror. You cannot correct them. Can you correct yourself? If you have not repaired it, it will repeat it. You have to correct yourself. Every opportunity God has given to us to show who you are, how you can be, how you can correct yourself. Otherwise, if you are not repaired it, it will repeat it. Life is the biggest lesson. It is not why to me. It is an opportunity to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Great,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
Thanks, Acharya, sir. Thanks a lot. Beautifully explained. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, that 40 years of my life, people want to kill me also, and the God has saved. Because I was India's 5th richest person, that company. At that time, there are no Adani or Ambani like that. Tata, Birla, JK, Modi Group. And the Modi likes me because of my simplicity, honesty. The people who are in that old one, that supervisor having 5 buses, you see how much they earn. And they think because of me, everybody is suffering. So they want to kidnap my children. They came to murder me. And the God has saved me. Because that person, before everybody, before the chief engineer say, Raghu, you are my family member, they are all my servant like that. So I'm not saying who is right or wrong. Because it is a very, that real estate, it is a very dangerous place. All type of people will be there. So I'm sorry to take the more time. What I want to experience mean, you are the cause. That is responsibility is, I am the cause in that matter. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Prasad, sir. I think we have taken a lot of time this time.